Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to JetPunk General Knowledge. Today, I am going to be continuing the playlist that I've been going through. This is the fourth video that I've done. If you guys would like me to keep going through this playlist, again, let me know. I am happy to keep making these videos. It's very easy for me, and it's quite a long playlist, so there's plenty of content that is possible here. But also, as usual, if you want me to try some other stuff, I'm also happy to try some other stuff, so let me know what that might be. It would be nice if I could get like a perfect video where I get every question right, but that's probably a little bit of a lofty goal because there's always a few that I don't know. And hey, you guys wouldn't have anything to comment about if I didn't miss anything, so I guess maybe it's for the best. Starting with quiz number 22 in the playlist, what well-known animal eats mostly eucalyptus? That would be the koala, which again, it's in the quiz thumbnail. That seems like kind of dumb, like you should probably have something that's less of a giveaway in the thumbnail, but what do I know? Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Look at me. According to legend, what city was founded by Romulus and Remus? That is Rome. What country's rugby union team is called the All Blacks? I know pretty much nothing about rugby, but I do know that this is New Zealand. Famous haka, etc. Who has a pet dog named Snoopy? Charlie Brown, I suppose, is what you want. What's the first name of Kate Middleton's sister? No idea. Like, no idea. See, this is what I said. Like, there are certain things that I don't know. I do not care what the first name of Kate Middleton's sister is. That does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. Like, she married into the royal family, right? So, this isn't going to be like a royal. This is just going to be like a person. I don't know. Like, I don't even have a guess. I mean, it could be any name ever. Like, and I'm gonna guarantee all the like royal family fanatics are gonna be in the comments like, "Are you crazy? How do you not know this?" I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to offend you, but I don't care. Like, this is not something that matters at all to me. Anyway, what type of bullets kill werewolves? Silver. Opposite of starboard is port. What country lies on Panama's southern border? That would be Colombia. What Canadian province is due north of Washington State? British Columbia. What comes in like a lion and out like a lamb? What? The hell? Is this like a Bible saying or something? Or is this good, like, again, I'm gonna get people like, how have you never heard this before? This is just gonna be some saying, but like, I don't know, like hunger or something? Like, uh, huh? Bro, like, I don't know what this means. Like, this is like, there's no way to get this question unless you've like heard the saying before. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, nobody has ever said this to me before. What is the sum of all the numbers between 1 and 100? 5,050. What country occupied Ethiopia between 36 and 41? Italy. What sea lies between Britain and Norway? The North Sea. Who flies the Jolly Roger? Pirates, I guess. What does the A stand for in A-bomb? Atomic. What Toyota model is the world's all-time best-selling car? Corolla? Yep, makes sense. What M word refers to a decorative tower adjacent to a mosque? That's a minaret. What herb, common in Mexican food, tastes like soap to people who have a certain gene? Cilantro. And honestly, I feel bad for the people for whom it tastes like soap because cilantro is really freaking tasty. Um, and they are missing out. What word often comes after baby, bridal, and meteor? Let's go with shower. Okay, what comes in like a lion and out like a lamb? Like, what does that even mean? Like, you gotta be kidding me, man. No, I'm not even gonna try. I have no idea. Pippa Middleton. I have never heard of this person in my life. Like, I can 100% confidently say that I have never heard that name. And then March. What? Again, what does that mean? Are we talking about the month? Huh? Is this from the Bible? Like, what is this saying? Who has ever said this? Like, what? What? I was born in March. Like, what is this? Like, oh my God, I swear. Bro, the comments, I'm gonna get absolutely roasted. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, how do you not know these two things? Let me check the stats. I'm gonna remember to check the stats. Okay, yeah. So apparently the royal family thing is just free, but the March thing is actually hard, so I don't feel that bad about it. Um, it doesn't shock me that everyone knows everything about the royal family, but again, like it's one of those things that is so incredibly uninteresting to me that I've never ever bothered. But yeah, 51% is fairly high, so unfortunate. Well, yeah. So much for ever getting perfect scores on any of these. Oh well. A man can dream. Who was married to Guinevere? Arthur. What movie featured the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Ghostbusters. Never seen it, but I know it has that character in it. What is the common name of the mandible? The jaw? Yes. On what island would you find Kilauea? Perhaps the world's most active volcano. That is Hawaii, the Big Island. What musical features the song You've Got to Pick a Pocket or Two? Oliver? Yeah, makes sense. It's educated guess, but it checks out. In what city was Muhammad born? Oh boy, which one was he actually born in? I think he was just born in Mecca, right? Yeah, okay. What country was formed by the union of Aragon and Castile? Just Spain, I guess. What civilization based around the Yucatan Peninsula was the only Native American group to independently develop a written language? I mean, Yucatan is just the Maya. Which country has 3 capital cities? South Africa. What shape are stop signs in most countries? Octagons. What word starting with T refers to the patterns worn by Scottish clans? Tartan. Who wrote Lord of the Rings? J.R.R. Tolkien. What is dihydrogen monoxide better known as? H2O is water. According to superstition, how long will you have bad luck if you break a mirror? Is it 7 years? Okay, cool. Again, I don't know that type of stuff, but that's one that I've heard often enough that it's like I guess I just kind of absorbed it, whether I like it or not. Anyway, what sport similar to billiards is played with 1 white ball, 15 red balls, 6 balls of different colors? This would be snooker. What trendy diet suggests that people should only eat what their pre-agricultural ancestors ate? Paleo? Yep. What vegetable is named after a European capital city? Brussels. Sprouts. What does the harp represent on the coat of arms of King Charles III? Like Ireland or something? Yeah, makes sense. What British lord is the namesake of hockey's most famous trophy and Vancouver's most famous park? That would be Lord Stanley. And what number system only uses zeros and ones? That's binary. Okay. A little bit of redemption. Were any of those hard? Ireland was 34, but yeah, I think there wasn't anything in there that was particularly crazy. But yeah, back on track. 20 out of 20. And we move to quiz 25. A group of generic birds is called a flock. What do you call a group of crows? Another thing that I think is incredibly silly and stupid, like the whole animal group names thing is like so dumb to me. Like just call it a group, and there's always like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, did you know a group of like this animal is called like this stupid word?" And it's just like you could just call it a group. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, this is one of the more famous ones. It's called a murder, but like if I see a group of crows, you will never see me calling it a murder. I'm going to call it a group of crows, and I will refuse to call it anything else. What country is known as the land of the rising sun? Japan. What was the former name of the DRC from 71 to 97? Zaire. What major river delta is located in southern Vietnam? That's the Mekong Delta. What position does Harry Potter play in Quidditch? Oh God, not Quidditch. Do not get me started on this. Seeker. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Nope. No, I'm not going to talk about Quidditch. It's the most idiotic rule set of any sport ever conceived in the history of ever. It is so stupid. Like, she could, I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of things she could have done better, but, like, bloody hell, man. Is it that hard to come up with a sport that has, like, a reasonable rule set? Like, it feels, I don't know, man. Whatever. What country's national rugby union team is known as the Springboks? That would be South Africa. What type of poem has exactly 17 syllables? 575. I assume you want a haiku. What is the first country in the world alphabetically? Afghanistan, I believe. What English word means 3 feet? Ugh, can't speak. 3 feet in Latin? Tripod? What U.S. state are the Aleutian Islands a part of? Alaska. What athlete is known to Canadians as the Great One? I feel like he's known to Americans as that too, but it's Wayne Gretzky. What will an octogenarian be if they survive 10 more years? I assume that's 80 to 90, so what, nonagenarian or something? Yep. What ism is often depicted in graffiti by the letter A surrounded by a circle? Anarchism? Yeah, okay. What band was led by singer Jim Morrison? That would be The Doors. What movie featured a Southern belle named Scarlett O'Hara? That is, of course, Gone with the Wind. Still the most highest grossing movie of all time, I think, by at least adjusted for inflation. Which Ninja Turtle uses nunchucks? I don't know, but there are only 4, so I can just guess them. Michelangelo. Oh, I'm the goat. I don't even need to guess the rest. Who was the main character of the Odyssey? I wonder. Probably Odysseus. During his travels, Marco Polo claimed to have seen unicorns, which he described as scarcely smaller than elephants. What real-life animal do people think he saw? Rhinos? Yep. If you are exsanguinated, what did you lose? Sang meaning blood. And what type of fish will swim up to 1,400 kilometers upriver to spawn in the streams where it was born? That would be, I think, the salmon. Okay. Well, we're doing well. We're doing well. 34% on tripod. That's interesting, actually. That one feels kind of guessable, but fair enough. Okay. I mean, we're still doing well. Wait, did I check the did I check the stats on this one? Yes, I did. Okay, sorry. Did I start with 20? Huh. I guess. Wait, did I miss? Am I going crazy or did I miss one? Oh, I just straight up skipped a quiz. Oh, well, how about that? Okay, I was like, there seems to be some kind of weird discrepancy here. It's because I skipped a quiz. Okay, what is the fastest land animal? Cheetah. What is the most common element in the Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen. If the score is love 15, what sport are you playing? You are playing tennis. What actress was the song Candle in the Wind about? Goodbye, Norma Jean. Norma Jean. What was her last name again? I don't remember. It's Marilyn Monroe. Who was the first Republican president of the United States? Jesus. Was it Lincoln? Yeah, okay. What is 6 plus 5 times 4 plus 3 times 2 plus 1? 27? Oh, no. Oh, no. My brain failed me. Oh, my God. No, that's really bad. It's 33. Oh, God. I went too fast. Oh, man. Whose hair burst into flames while filming a Pepsi commercial in 1984? What? What? I don't know. The hell? I wasn't alive for this. What? Oh, man. Okay. I have no clue. Who is the Lord of the Rings? Sauron. What is the only country where giant pandas live in the wild? China. What country traditionally produces port wine? Portugal. What British TV show co-created by Ricky Gervais has been replicated in 9 different countries? Is that how you say his name? Is it Gervais, like French, or is it different? Gervais. Is it The Office? Yes. Other than Jerusalem, what notable biblical city starts with the letters Jer? Jericho. What is the street address of the British Prime Minister? 10 Downing Street. I didn't know that for a long time, but now I do. What condiment is sometimes called Japanese horseradish? That would be wasabi. What river flows parallel to the Euphrates? I mean, it doesn't for the whole time, but I guess, I mean, it kind of does for a lot of the time, so fair enough. Tigris. According to the idiom, what city wasn't built in a day? We are back in Rome. What city is often pronounced Nolans by the people who live there? I guess it's New Orleans. What Asian country was named after a Spanish king? The Philippines. Who rules in a gerontocracy? The old people? Yep. What Scottish Highlands competition could be described as log throwing? Oh no. This is a thing. I'm not going to know the name though. It's not just like the Highland Games, right? Is that like a broader thing? Like, because that is a thing, I think, but this is going to be something specific that I absolutely am not going to know the name of. Whose hair burst into flames while filling a Pepsi? Like, I have no idea. Like, the Michael Jackson. Wow. Wow. I was just like, who was like the most famous person in the world in the 80s? I was like, yeah, it could be Michael Jackson. That's crazy. I had no idea what the answer to that was. Okay. I'm not going to get number 20. So, K-Bertos. I've never heard of this. We'll see what the get rate is on this, but it feels like it should be quite low. 18%. Yes, that is by far the hardest question on the quiz, and I am not surprised at all. Um, and everything else was, yeah, well, should have got it, and I did get it. We don't talk about how I didn't know the Michael Jackson thing because I guessed it anyway. Yay. Oh my goodness me. All right. Let's head to quiz number, what is it, 26. What was the only country to prohibit women from driving until it finally lifted the ban in 2017? I assume this is Saudi Arabia. Who was almost totally deaf when he wrote his ninth and final symphony? Beethoven. Beethoven. In accounting, what is the opposite of a credit? Presumably a debit. What is the common name of the aurora borealis? The northern lights. What country is known as Nippon or Nihon in its own language? Japan. Who famously wore a dress made of meat in 2010? Classic. Lady Gaga. Yeah, I don't know Michael Jackson Pepsi commercials, but I do know Lady Gaga meat dress because at least I was on the earth when it happened. Which chemical element has the shortest name? Just 3 letters. Tin, I guess. Who, since 2022, is the Queen Consort of the United Kingdom? I do not know what that means. What is a Queen Consort? What does that mean? Kate Middleton. Dang it. Uh, Princess something. Or, well, no, she's not a princess. She's a queen consort, whatever that is. Meghan Markle, ever? No. Um, God dang it. Is it whoever's married to Charles? Who is Charles married to? I don't even know. He's the king now. I have no idea who he's married to. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Like, it probably is because she's queen consort. Probably just means queen, basically, like as in the person married to the king. But I don't know who is married to the king of England. Oh, what's her name? No, I'm sorry, I don't know. In the Bible, what are Gabriel and Michael? Archangels, or just angels? Who died of a burst appendix after being punched in the stomach in 1926? What? Huh? 1926. What? I've never heard of this. Is this like a... Hmm? I don't even know what kind of category of person this is. Besides polo, what sport uses mallets? Okay. Who had sons named Uday and Kusei? What? Bro, is this pig Latin? What is going on? Huh? Is this the Bible? What is happening? I don't know what any of these questions are. What country offered Alfred Albert Einstein its presidency? Uh Germany? Uh-oh. Oh no, isn't it like Israel? Yeah, okay. What American city was famous for grunge music? Um Seattle, right? Yeah. At Hogwarts, what house was Harry Potter a member of? Gryffindor. Vietnamese New Year is called Tet, then like the Tet Offensive. And what movie takes place partly in Wakanda? Black Panther. I didn't realize there were more. What two types of fever have colors in their name? Yellow and scarlet. And then what philosopher's method involved asking questions in order to stimulate thought and draw out underlying assumptions? Socrates. I use the Socratic method when tutoring people. Do you recall seeing an ad for Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento online in a web or mobile browser in the last 7 days? Question 21. Nope. All right. Yeah, so I don't know what any of this is. I mean, I should know the name of the queen, or you know what, queen consort of England. The others I've never heard of, so we will see. Camilla, sure. Is that Charles's wife? I mean, I need to know this now because, like, I'm sure this is just common knowledge, but Queen Camilla. Yeah, that is her name. Yep. Okay. Yep, I should know that. Laugh at me in the comments if you want to. Harry Houdini. Ah, right. I knew that he... Saddam Hussein, what the heck? Wow. I straight up thought it was going to be like a Bible thing, like, because I never heard of these, of the sons of Saddam Hussein. I don't know, maybe if you were like alive and actually paying attention to the news during the Iraq War, you maybe just know that, but I was too young. And then Houdini. I knew that Houdini died young. I didn't know how he died, but I guess that makes sense. Uh, so 59% on Camilla. Yeah, that checks out. Houdini 32, so it's still pretty hard. And then Hussein was 22. Still easier than Tet, apparently, but I can't really feel too bad about the last two. But yeah, the first one is just me not knowing or caring about the royal family, which I guess we already established. Quiz number 27. How many cards are in a standard deck, not including jokers? 52. Where does Peter Pan live? Neverland. What substance was once used to make billiard balls and piano keys? Presumably ivory. What shape is a dunce cap? Like a cone. Who painted Marilyn Monroe in soup cans? Good old Andy Warhol. What country was formerly known as Siam? Thailand. What type of futuristic skateboard did Marty McFly use in Back to the Future 2? This is like a hoverboard. What city did Bruce Lee grow up in? Guess it's probably Hong Kong. Yep. What was the first spacecraft to orbit the Earth? Like Sputnik? Yep. What was Superman's birth name? Kal-El? I don't know anything about superheroes, but I do know that, so I guess I know something about them, but not much. What well-known mountain pass connects Pakistan and Afghanistan? It's called the Khyber Pass. What is the only six-letter word that ends in MT? I feel like I'm starting to discover Brady's sources because some of these questions I feel like he has asked before. Maybe they're just common questions, but it wouldn't shock me if this is a place where he gets some of his questions from. Anyway, dreamt. I remember this came up in a Brady video, and it took us a while to think of. I think I did eventually get it, but it was a little bit of a stumper. What is the first U.S. state alphabetically? Oh God, what is it? Alabama. Indeed. What type of animal appears on the Ferrari logo? It's a horse. What type of fever does one get by staying indoors too long? What is this called? It's not night fever. No, that's like that's a Bee Gees song. Fever? What? Like sun fever. I no, I don't know what this is. That'd be the opposite of sun fever, I guess. Huh? Is this obvious? This might be obvious. For some reason I can't think of this. What is either a Greek letter or part of a river? Delta. Type of hat does Indiana Jones wear? Stetson? What do you want me to say here? Cowboy? What is that called? It's just like I don't know, it's just like a normal hat. Like what is that called? What? I what what is the name for that? I don't know. What are prickly pears and saguaros? Cactuses. What country lost about 25% of its population in the late 70s during the murderous reign of Pol Pot? Cambodia. What does the Latin word vox mean? Voice. Shadow fever. Lazy fever. I'm confused. I'm gonna give up and then get flamed in the comments for these ones too. Oh, that's what cabin fever is. Oh, fedora. Is that really what a fedora? Okay, yeah. No, yeah, fine, whatever. I don't know hats, man. I don't know anything related to fashion. I mean, yes, I should be saying fedora, but I just for some reason I associate fedoras with like detectives or something, so it didn't make me think of Indiana Jones, but cabin fever, yeah, no, that's a thing. Like I've never actually used that term before. other than to refer to like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book or whatever. But like, yeah, that is just a thing. Like, I should know that. 53 and 48. Yep, those are not particularly hard questions, but well, sometimes we miss questions that we shouldn't miss, don't we? Uh, there are always going to be blind spots, just things that are quite obvious that I just do not know. But yeah, that's the way it is. That's life for you. I'm gonna do one more quiz here. What common food product do vampires dislike? Garlic. Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. What is the national animal of the United States? Be specific. Bald eagle. What did Sir Edmund Hillary become the first person to do? Summit Everest. Which Norse god is Wednesday named after? Wednesday is like Odin's day, I think. Yep. What type of flag signals the end of an auto race? Checkered. What does the Spanish word playa mean? That is the beach. What is the common term for halitosis? Bad breath? Yep. What child actress of the 1930s later became a U.S. ambassador to Ghana and Czechoslovakia? That's good old Shirley Temple. Had quite an interesting life. What political party did Tony Blair lead? Labor? Yep. What is the unimaginative name of the literary and artistic movement that followed modernism? Postmodernism. Yay. What Italian city was once led by a doge? Doge of Venice. Who made Pinocchio? Carlo Collodi. Wow. Interesting. It actually accepted that. So I realized, right as I started typing Carlo Collodi, I realized it probably wanted me to say Geppetto. But I was like, well, he was the author of the book, so I'm actually going to try typing that and seeing if it works. And it actually worked. So that's kind of a fun little Easter egg alternate answer there. Veins return blood to the heart. What vessels transport blood away from the heart? Arteries. Arteries. In what country did the Romani ethnic group originate? Romania? Oh no. Wait a second. Bulgaria? Ukraine? I guess I associate them with like Eastern Europe, but Turkey? Russia? Oh my god. Wait, I actually don't know. Is this bad? Is this like obvious? Where are they originally from? Is it what in the world? Albania? No. Belarus? I'm confused. I feel like it's that part of the world, but what else would it be? Serbia? Bosnia? Like that doesn't make sense. I am so confused. I associate them with Romania. I mean they're in a lot of places, but Greece? No. What? Dude, I don't know. Wait, which English king was mad? I don't know that either. Isn't it like a Charles maybe? Charles 3 or something? Charles 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's not a Charles. Henry. Nope. Edward. Or is it Richard 3? No. Okay, never mind. Oh dear. William. I'm gonna skip. What type of animal brays? Uh-oh. Horse? Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be like an 80% question. But I like straight up don't know. It's not a goat, is it? No. Oh my lord. I straight up thought it was a horse. Name a tuber that people commonly eat. Is that like a mushroom? No, tuber. Celery? Isn't some kind of like zucchini, cucumber? Isn't that like, oh my god. Who invented dynamite? Nobel, I got something. What gave Samson his strength? Like being on the ground or something? Or am I making that up too? Oh no, it's his hair. Right, it's his hair because they cut it off. What type of animal brays? I guess isn't that? I'm thinking it's like when a horse goes like, "Ugh," is that like whinnying though? Like, is that different? It must be different. Oh my God. 16 out of 20. This is the worst I've ever done on one of these quizzes. What is a tuber? Eggplant. Uh, uh, Rhubarb. I don't know, man. I straight up don't know. Beans. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh my God. I'm gonna get so many angry comments. Um, India? What? That's crazy. Really? I I did not know that. Like that is that how obvious is that? Oh, it's only 24%. Okay, it's by far the hardest on the quiz, which like doesn't shock me. Like that's I don't know. I'd never known that. Um Donkey is 49. I said horse, so I was kind of on the right track. I think I had the right idea for what it was. It was just like I didn't again, it's just like a specific term that applies to a specific animal. It's kind of like the groups thing. It's like I don't know what the like I know I can figure out what noise a donkey makes. It's just like I don't know what the noise is called, right? But whatever. George the Third makes sense. Actually, I should have at least tried that. But um, well, it's really just the most logical answer there, isn't it? And then potato. Sure, I guess that's what a tuber is. Fair enough. Um, Again, should I know that? Yeah. Do I know it now? Yeah. So I guess all is well. Okay, that didn't go very well, but if you made it this far in the video, feel free to flame me in the comments for it. Um, I'm happy to hear any and all criticisms that you have, but well, we're all getting better together, aren't we? So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching as always. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you again soon for some more. Until then.